My friends, welcome to another episode of the Nuclear Heatwave Wrestling Podcast, brought to you by Mafia Sports Report. Hi, as always, I'm Dr. Love. I do have that guy right here.
This guy.
And, of course, the other one, I can't do this without him, but we have Sauce Bronson.
Listen here. I am the light-skinned man with the ashy hands, and I do wherever I can because Doc's the man. Bro, you know what's the most important today? You know what's most important? The Lions won a game!
Yeah, baby!
Woo! Hey, Lions won a game!
Woo!
Undefeated Lions.
All right, we do have a few chats here before we get started. We do have CBM. Thanks for joining. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah.
We do have, and then we got the Mad Shatter. Oh yeah, that's awesome. And then we have CBM, the New World Organization, brother. Oh my God! No, hey, that's funny. That's more funny than it should be.
Hey, Doc. You know what that means, right?
Ha.
It looks like CBM is part of the.
Oh no, he's no.
Let's go.
We'll see, and we'll see. So then, let's see what we got here. We do got Mad Shatter. You know, if you smell what Dr. Love is cooking. I don't have the mic's nice, but you got the nice mic, man. And then we do have Mad Shatter, who is the brother? Who is that with the belt, brother? Well, that's this guy. That guy. He's our current champion right here. He's a wrestling aficionado. He's actually done some wrestling himself, so we like his mind. Here, am I going to do the claw?
I always love it when people get choked in the corner and they're like, "Ooh." I don't know about you, but every time I've ever been choked, I usually grab in the hands.
Oh my God! So then we have let's see what we got.
Some people are into that.
Mad Shatter, shout out to the Lions. Thank you. Thank you. I think they said this is the first season in the history of football that you had the Raiders, with the Lions, the Jets, and the Browns 1-0.
Yeah, I think
it's never happened ever again before.
First of the 7 seals have been broken.
Oh gosh.
Does that mean we should be playing the lottery? We should be playing a little bit of Powerball?
Or prepping a bunker. One of the two. You
know what? I like it. You know. But so I thank you guys, of course, for all the chats and everything. But today we got some stuff to talk about. Obviously, we kind of, if anybody who watches anything with wrestling, months ago, the deals that happened where the Endeavor Group came in, said, who owns UFC, they were going to merge with WWE, basically making it all under one banner. That officially happened today. So today at the New York Stock Exchange, everyone was there.
They rang the bell.
Because it's now there.
Ding, ding. And
ding. There we go.
Nice Rocky 3. Nice Rocky 3 reference, Dr. Love.
There you go.
Well, the thing is the evil carnival leader, a.k.a. Vince McMahon, with that mustache, he came back to prep everything for the deal with Endeavor.
Yep.
Yes, and he ran off a lot of good talent. But it's done, and now we're going to see where we're going to go from here.
Yeah, it was good to see that they had Triple H there, because everyone is still worried to death that because Vince, I mean, rightfully so, is the WWE side of it. Nick Khan is still the president of the WWE side.
It's true.
But Triple H is still in charge of creative.
Thank God for little things,
Yeah. But I'll tell you right now, it's massive. It's crazy to see Dana White there, Cormier there, with McMahon, and then they had a belt there too. It's kind of cool looking belt. If you actually looked at it, the TKO belt, it was the squared circle, but then it also was the octagon in the back.
Yes, but are they all going to have belts like that?
No.
I hope
so every single thing I've read, again, this could change. This could change tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is that they are separate entities. They are going to be WWE and UFC. It is not going to be. It's going to be TKO presents this. So you'll start seeing the TKO branding, I believe,
It's
and
a cool
WWE
brand
program.
name. It's a cool brand.
I think the brand name's cool. I think it's a really cool name. Not gonna lie.
We should call it Total Knockout, not Technical Knockout.
Total.
Yes.
Right.
I'm sorry.
But before we get on to this, we were talking about open the portal to hell with the following of the circle. Oh my God, that's always a fun game, by the way. What do we put in the circle? The coal miner's glove from the coal miner glove, that has to go in the circle. The strap from the Yappa Pie strap match, that's got to go in the circle.
Judy Bagwell
Judy Bagwell just has to stand in the circle.
Oh, yes.
And then how funny would that be?
Oh man!
But I'm not gonna lie, CBM has already pulled it out because we've had most of these systems. If anybody's a video game fan, to create a portal to hell, you have to put the action match, CDI, 3DO, FM Town Smarty, Engage, the Taco phone, way before its time, Memorex Vis, Virtual Boy, and the Bandai Pippin. Oh my gosh! Now. We had pretty much the majority of those, and I don't know how we haven't died yet. I don't know. I don't know.
No, I mean, did you have your Graphic 16?
We absolutely have one. We have the CD cartridge and the CD.
The only game I could think about was Bonk's
Adventure, baby. If they made another Bonk game right now, I'd leave right now. Go get it and play it right now. Have the guys that made Street Fighter 4 make a new Bonk.
Yeah,
so tell me that wouldn't be awesome.
I'm not mad at it.
Oh, looks like we got D-Town guy in the house. We got guy. Just letting you know, this guy, he's current champion. Just so you know, right here, this guy. So
this guy,
and of course, every time we bring up Bonk 3 kicked ass. Thank you, CBM. We know.
So this is what you guys are talking about.
Yep. So basically, here's the cool thing about this. Look at the heavy hitters here. Triple H, Dana White, Cormier. And also back there, Montez Ford and Bianca Belair were there too. So.
Oh, really, Montez Ford?
Yeah. Well, because they're together.
Yeah, I know.
But they picked them to be more of the representatives. So I thought that was kind of pretty cool. But yeah, so this was where the TKO for the stock exchange now.
You know what would be a great title of Montez Ford to win?
What's that?
The television title.
Yeah, well, do you love the television title?
I love the television
title. This guy, he loves the television title. So
yeah.
So we do have D-Town guy, the real world champion in the building. Well, so D-Town guy, the real world champion left Wembley. Right? Wasn't that CM Punk? Wasn't he the real world champion? But the Tomato Fountain champion sitting right here. This guy.
The face that runs the place. Somebody that's a really good worker.
Right. So, but D-Town, the guy does have some news that we can bring up first here. Did you guys hear about Riddle? Yeah, Riddle's on his way out. If there's anything that
I did not hear about this yet.
Well,
I haven't been.
So he's causing more problems. He's getting,
Well, first, when you call President like Goldberg, I'm okay with that. Who's he causing problems with?
Well, it's about him showing up at different places, intoxicated, causing ruckuses, and just more.
He just went to rehab. He just went to
rehab.
Rehab.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah, it's Scott Hall himself.
That's the thing. Sauce, what do you think about this? Is Riddle worth keeping?
He needs to take. Go. It works, apparently. Sorry, bro. Sorry, Sauce.
So I would say at this point, this is his third incident in 2 years. It's time to just cut ties. Let him go to AEW Dark and go.
AEW Dark.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. It's like, you give someone so many chances, and he can have some good matches. Like his fight pit match he had with Seth Rollins, really good. I was a fan of it.
I've never seen him really put on a bad match. He's a solid worker.
Yeah, it's just I think especially now with this deal going through.
Oh no, they're gonna clamp down on shit because it's gonna be it's not just WWE calling this. They got to report to the Endeavor Group on this as well.
Well, that's the other big thing here. Remember, yesterday's Raw was the last Raw where the McMahon family had a majority were stake in their company because WWE only has McMahon is 49%. So it's 51 to 49%. So in a sense, you never like controls it in a sense. They're majority rule right now. So that's crazy now. So to think that, to see if, because there's going to be layoffs. Not necessarily the wrestlers, but the a lot of the middlemen, the people, a lot of the redundancy when it comes to certain jobs.
A lot of the back producers in the back,
right?
I mean, like I talked to Petey not too long ago, and like he's kind of worried.
Oh gosh, so. And then we have Mafia Sports for Papa Mafia. Give Riddle a cup of liquor like WCW did with Scott Hall and just wing it. What could go wrong? Or,
he could grab the Intercontinental title and drop it in a garbage can, and then it be in a garbage can 2,000 miles away.
Television title, my friend.
Yes.
So I know you love the
That's why I had a problem with Scott Hall for a long time.
So
because of that shit, you don't.
You know what? How about when Ultimate Warrior came back to WCW and they gave him a 17-minute promo that he just kept rambling?
The one Warrior Nation, like that was the only clever thing you did, Warrior.
And he probably didn't get it. He probably said it and didn't get the pun.
I don't get it. It's backwards.
So we do have actually a good chat here. Looks like we do. We got Michael Rubin. Thanks for joining us, Michael. So, do you think Punk is coming to WWE?
If it makes No, look, we're not saying if you would like for him to go there. Look, man, if it makes some money, they're gonna do it, like flat out. If they know this is gonna be a huge, oh my god, we're gonna make so much money. First and foremost, it's a business.
Yeah,
and they're gonna be like, you know what? We can make a lot of money off this guy. We'll use him for a little bit, then throw him away. I think that's what might happen.
Two things here. During today's conference, they talked to Nick Khan, especially ESPN did, and the first things out of their mouth were, hey, you think CM Punk? Well, how you they just they're obviously it's a big deal. He kind of said, all good things. We never had issues with him when he was here. We just want him to have the best of luck and best of hope for his career. So of course it's kind of more of he's not gonna say anything bad, especially now, right?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, Survivor Series is in Chicago.
Michael Rubin. I am not quite sure that Punk is really fired.
Well, yeah. Let me just make. Oh, okay, so who thinks Punk's firing is elaborate Pillman-like work? Or
the loose cannon CM Punk.
Are we really sure he's fired? I don't think Tony Khan is that smart to pull off something that ridiculous.
No, he's too much of a mark. No, he's a pretty much mark. I mean, like
he is a mark.
Yeah.
Sauce, what do you think? Do you think that this could have been? I know we really know it's wrong. I think they could have pulled off some real elaborate scheme.
Are you saying that Vince McMahon could have pulled off the what they call the conspiracy theory with Scott Hall when he came into WCW?
Yeah,
35 years later. So sure, why not?
Oh yeah, we sent Vince Russo down there to destroy WCW.
Yeah, bro, just to destroy it, bro.
Yep. It's crazy. Look, I like a good conspiracy theory. I promise, I do.
But like NASA trying to kill the president with an earthquake,
or that was a moon landing was fake, something like that. Obviously, it's not. But in this case, no. It's if there hadn't been all the bad stuff that happened before, the animosity, last year's Brawl Out show, like if that hadn't happened and this happened the same. I could have thought that he was pulled from TV to just come back to attack MJF, for example. Like, say if all that didn't happen and then he was off TV, there was a match MJF, and then he literally comes through the crowd, hits him with the real world's belt to cause him to lose, not the belt, not the championship, but to lose to get his attention. But unfortunately, we're not at that point. We know that all the issues that he had with the Young Bucks, with TK himself, so unfortunately, no. I don't think they lied because they couldn't keep that secret.
From my understanding, from talking to people that work there and stuff, Tony Khan has no spine when it comes to dealing with workers.
No.
Like Vince McMahon would be like, guess what? You're gone.
Yeah.
Tony Khan well, we can talk about this. I'll give you 13 or 14 more chances and everything.
13 or 14 more.
But the thing is, man, this isn't like the territory days where these promoters are like, you know what? Screw you. I don't need you. We don't need you. It's just a matter of him feeling like he's got to have all the toys in his toy box and just hold on.
Yep.
And I don't know, man. I think AEW could be so much more if he had a backbone.
Right.
Like flat out.
I do like that Michael Rubin, as we were kind of briefly talking about. Goldberg thinks Russo was a mole for Vince McMahon.
Oh, you mean like the same? Oh God, because Goldberg, because he didn't let you win another 130 something matches like in a row. Shut up.
I know. I'm sorry, because at that point, then too, people think Montreal was an angle still. Well, yeah. Unfortunately, most people are stupid, and I'm not trying to say if you believe that. I'm sorry. I called you stupid, but I don't. Like,
you
know what I mean?
Before or after he punched McMahon in the mouth.
Yeah. Like right now, we're in a different era where everything is open to everything.
Not everything.
Well, to the
most.
Well, talking about social media, like everything is unlocked on social media.
God, really,
people can find out stuff so simple.
Yeah. Because the dirt sheets you get a hold of a lot more stuff.
You can't hide a lot of facts anymore, and that's where it's hard to even get returns any time. If someone comes back, it's crazy. So, but oh my gosh, and then CBM always comes in with the bang.
Yes, thank you, CBM.
Well, Mega gives the Buckaroos and Kenny McFigurbang a lot of leeway, if you will, and she effectively runs HR and AEW. So. Yeah, so if anybody knows about Mega and the AEW, just look it up. So
what they need to do is have Jim Ross do a book. I'm just
here. Jim Ross, I think just needs to retire. I think they need to.
So?
Personally,
I don't know.
Not in a bad way. He's done enough for wrestling. I think it should be Chris Daniels or Jerry Lynn working together.
Jerry Lynn definitely
a 3-person team to work on.
Well, that's what you need to do. You
that's
don't
what
have
it
one
would be.
Person calling all the shit.
Yeah,
Arn, because Arn's still down there.
Yeah,
have Arn, have Jerry Lynn,
mm-hmm.
and have a representative, a former WWE.
I'd actually like to see like Molly Holly or someone come in for the women's and be there.
That's true. I mean,
that'd be cool.
Who was booking it when they had the little Japanese girl in all the time? Who was doing all the booking?
That's a good question. I don't know because that's actually when their women's division looked good. Sauce, what do you think about that?
Riho.
No, Riho.
Something Riho.
So
Sauce is using his powers, his expanding mental powers.
Yep. He likes the mic so much.
Is that a new mic?
It is a new.
It's a beautiful.
Oh yeah.
It is.
Well, I would say this. Let me get back to y'all on that.
I do like Michael Rubin here, going off of what CBM said. We got Mega screwing the Bucks according to Corny, and of course Corny because he gets so fired up. Cornette,
Man, shout out to Jim Cornette, worth his weight in entertainment gold.
Right.
I don't agree with everything he says, but I agree with him when he talks about AEW stuff.
Then we have Papa Mafia with McMahon fired Stone Cold. But yeah, you're talking about when he walked out, right?
He walked out. He quit.
He quit the company. So yeah, that whole thing was, that kind of was a lot of stuff led up to that. The fact that he was not higher on the card. He had only had to fought Stone Cold Scott Hall at WrestleMania. He was already like done.
I still didn't mind that Scott Hall match they had.
No, it was fine.
A good match, and he could have worked his way up to the other members of the NWO. He could have feuded with the NWO more, but
that NWO thing obviously got killed off because of how hot Hogan was. They
didn't expect that.
They didn't. They did not. CBM does have looks like we were talking about the JR. So VP of Talent Resources is basically the heat position. The guy in charge of hiring, firing. I don't think.
No, I don't think he does either. You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah, he doesn't want to have to deal with that because that's just a lot of work. And of course, if you're talking about AEW now, where people are coming and going.
Well, they had a really good guy, but they let him go.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And he was British. He's probably the best technical wrestler that they had on there, and he didn't even work matches.
Then we got Michael Rubin. I love Cornette.
Thanks, Michael Rubin.
They're pretty fun. His podcast is fun. I love listening to it.
He does go off on rants that don't make any sense sometimes, but like he's I'd say he's a hit.
We do too. We like our rants. Point. So that's fine. Michael Rubin looks like
Huey Anderson live on TV.
We got Austin. Austin was a shoot. Again, he wasn't really fired. Austin is left, and they made an excuse for him leaving. To me, it was just he left because
they technically fired him like 7 times, but that was all. acting.
We got the Mad Shatter here. Thank you for all the chats here, guys. We love it. We love talking with you guys about wrestling. Sauce will jump in here eventually. I'm not sure if he's looking at his fantasy football or something. He's looking to make sure he can win this week because unfortunately I didn't win. Sauce didn't win. But this guy,
like the cream of the crop, I win all the time.
Oh, okay. We do have
the day will come as far as the McMahon ownership.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll be honest with you, we can see that within the next 10 years.
Well, yeah, the kids' names are Levesque.
Yeah, so
Triple H's kids are named Levesque, not McMahon. Yes, it's still
we do
line of it.
Right. We do have Papa Mafia. Bischoff fired up rough Pee Wee sitting live on TV.
There's a lot of Andersons. There's a ton of
I love it. You know, that's all
the entire extended family. It's like the Samoans.
All I care about is C.W. Anderson. He's probably one of my. I mean, obviously the other Anderson.
Was it Simon Diamond was with him?
Or was it Roadkill? Nope. Simon Diamond worked with him. Yep. Oh yeah.
Simon Diamond.
Danny Dorian and Roadkill. That was
Simon Diamond was. It's a good dude.
Simon
Diamond. He is very, very underrated for what he has done.
We got right here. Let's see. We do have. We got Michael Rubin. Thanks, Michael, for joining us and chatting with us today. My buddy thinks Punk's firing was an angle because Punk went over Samoa Joe.
He did punch somebody in the head afterwards, though.
So the reason why he went over on Samoa Joe is because that was not for the Ring of Honor television title. If it had been for the television title, he wouldn't have went over. Because they said it was for the real world's title, they were obviously setting up a storyline not dissimilar to the Cena storyline in WWE for him to face MJF
or the
belts.
Or the Shawn Michaels Ramon angle.
Yeah, so that's the only reason why I went. Joe, I guarantee. The other thing was this way: they fought 20 plus years ago in Ring of Honor, had some great matches. To me, that's all I looked at.
Joe has had nothing but nice things to say about CM Punk. Like they did an interview with him talking about it.
Yeah, and then we do have the Mad Shatter here. Is our guest a Jerichoholic, the Ayatollah of rock and roll,
the pinnacle of Jericho, and I've loved almost everything he's ever done is WCW Jericho because I just appreciate that so much more.
Baby!
But his WWF stuff with WWE, whatever, is great. Is awesome too.
Right. I love it.
But I do like it. I like the pussyish runaway scaredy cat Jericho the most.
I love it. I love it. So, all right, we do have we got Michael Rubin. Does Vince still have control over creative? So apparently no. With this deal, he has an executive level position. Nick Khan is still president of the WWE side, and Triple H is still in charge of creative. So that was the first big question everyone had. They're like,
whoa.
They're like, whoa. Where's my Batman clothes? Oh gosh! If anybody gets that and writes it in here, I will give you a free wrestling item if you get that reference. Anyways, so
you're shipping in the chat, and he will send you out a free wrestling. We're not saying what it is.
Yep.
It might be a fabulous Moolah Mae Young action pack.
There we go.
But we don't know.
Michael Rubin. None of the Andersons are related, dude. Oh no, we know that. We know that. We just know that there's a lineage of line. You have Ole Anderson.
Ole was
Ole, Arn Anderson. CW, Carl Anderson. They're all the Anderson line.
Brock Anderson. The only two related are Arn and Brock.
Yeah. So in a sense, we know that, but that line is still. That's why they all do the spine buster. That's why they're all bald. That's all.
True story.
So that's all. But so let's see. We do have a Mad Shadow. Sauce is the hookup. Holla. You hear me? I like it.
Hey, let's go. You know what time it is. Hey, actually, it was funny, Mad Shadow. We were doing like this friendly little rivalry, NWO versus Bullet Club. We all kind of dressed up, and I actually dressed up as Scott Steiner. I had the headdress and everything.
Yeah, it was great. It looked good too.
Wait a minute, didn't Scott Steiner when he first went, he tried to call himself White Thunder? Scott Steiner.
CBM, please see if we can fact check that.
I am pretty sure, CBM, if you want to look at it.
Listen. It was the early
we have fact checkers. So.
Listen. It was the early 2000s, and there was no such thing as a bad idea back then.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So to elaborate on here, we do have our we have CBM again. We have before C.W. Anderson worked with Simon Diamond Swinger, there was the new Dangerous Alliance.
Oh,
Lou E. Dangerously
Louis Danger,
and Elektra and Wild.
Wow, God,
Elektra, yeah, there you go. I'm fine with that. So, but and then
hard pass on that.
Oh my God. And then CBM going on what you were talking about with Brian. So Brian Anderson was always kid, but he didn't do much. So to me, that is not
he's a footnote. Like, I really do not remember Brian Anderson whatsoever.
Michael Rubin with the Jericho versus Shawn Michaels when he accidentally hit Shawn's wife. Great angle.
Because he commits to being a heel so well.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like Jericho, anytime he's a face, it's like good for like 5 seconds. Like literally just
he works much better as a bad guy.
And yeah, remember when he came out, it was like save us like thing. It was a great
oh man, that was all right. I talk about the first maybe 4 months in WWEF was a continuation of WCW Jericho. That is his
for
best,
sure
best phase of his.
I think Sauce, you would agree with that, wouldn't you? I'd say.
No, I would say Jericho's best phase was when he started wearing the suit.
Oh, that was good too. Yeah. I don't know. His stuff's good.
Jericho's just he's a chameleon, man. He literally can make anything work.
I'm a chameleon, according to him.
I'm trying not to sing it so hard because I love singing. So, but now we do have Mafia Sports Report, who's a little biased, but he says WCW Nitro is the best pro wrestling show ever. Facts. That's okay. We'll see when the Bills win a game. We'll see if that's actually true. Then, okay. Sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
You went nuclear option.
What's okay? Josh Allen's passed more balls to Jets players than Aaron Rodgers. So there you go. Oh, again, I'm sorry. He told me to say.
I'm not. Listen, he's an ex NFC North rival, so
that is fine.
CBM, we're still waiting on that fact check. I think I'm right about this.
Well, he might look. Give him some time. Okay. We'll see about it. Oh, that's so funny. And this is kind of funny, Michael Rubin. So Steiner is a superstar Billy Graham ripoff.
I would say Hogan is.
Hollywood Hulk Hogan is definitely the ripoff of him. But some aspects of him, I definitely you could still say the same.
More of your uncle that gets drunk at a family function ripoff.
Well, especially when he went to his heel Steiner and stuff, I can still see that.
Yeah, he was in a few bright spots at the very end of WCW.
Yeah. Oh, that's
the
funny.
Asylum match versus Tank Abbott.
Then we have the Mad Chatter. I was watching Rumble 2000, and Rikishi and Scotty 2 Hotty were dancing. Yeah, that was great.
It worked.
I used to do the dance with my buddy Andy. I was Nikki Too Slicky. He was Grandmaster Andy. And our friend. No, sorry, not him. I pointed at it. You're like, duck. I'm so used to it. And that was a lot of fun. There. Don't play the drink when you see a dead wrestler, though. That'll make you really sad if you watch the 2000 Rumble.
I didn't even think about it.
It's a lot, actually.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Mad Chatter, it's like, yes, shout the sauce. Mad Chatter shouting out the sauce. So, and, of course, Michael Rubin. We got to have this. Jericho. He's cool. He's cool. He's cool. And we're actually going to be seeing him. I don't know if you're going or not, but we're
getting tickets.
We're going to go see him, Fozzy, and
it's in November.
And Wyandotte. Yep, November 4th. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna come up with a shirt either says Wyandotte is Jericho
I can
or something like that
from there, so it works for me.
How funny would that be? And on a sadder note, but yeah, Michael Rubin. Yeah, I'm gonna miss Bray Wyatt. What a tragedy. And it's very it hit me so hard, just like with Eddie Guerrero when he died. Like it was just
we don't know these people personally. We don't know what they deal with. We only speculation. And apparently he was going through some stuff too.
And that's the thing, his health and everything. Like they were talking about his heart, they were talking about his health. Like it sucks.
Your whole mindset, it plays a lot into your health too. Like if you are in the dumps a lot and you feel like you're always sick, it's just going to perpetuate. And he's going to be missed. He was good. He was good. He got good psychology.
We got CBM here. We got to bring up Scott Steiner is a better promo than Billy Graham, but he could also get away with saying more in the 90s, 2000s than Graham in the 70s.
Yeah.
And I love how CBM's bringing up that Scott Steiner gives him good promos. Yeah, but except with math. Let's not give him any math. Let's don't give him any like word problems or like, or anything like that. How about,
next thing you know, somebody else.
Scott Steiner is the greatest math problem.
I would like that would still be the biggest troll ever if he walked in as a substitute teacher for the math class.
He calls out Matt Striker.
Yep. Max Striker just knocks him out of here. Oh gosh, how great would that be? Looks like we do have was a mad chatter. One of my favorite moments was the Y2J introduction. You come on the Rock show and you don't even have the decency to tell me your name. And it's such that right there, the months up leading to it with the Millennium Clock.
Yeah.
The Millennium Clock was like always correct. And people were like, what's the Millennium Clock?
Those in the know knew who it was.
Oh, yeah. Because you could see some people with signs. It was like, oh, it's Jericho. Like, because I watched WCW with my brother, we knew he was leaving.
Well, they threw him on commentary at the very end. He was always on commentary.
Oh, yeah. So you already knew he was going, but the majority of people didn't know. And talk about pressure. You got thrown against the Rock at the height of the Rock's popularity,
and he was swimming just fine.
He
was swimming just fine, folks.
Exactly. So that's where Jericho. He is the Ocho. What can I say? I can't.
He used to wear that, saying he was the Ocho. He used to have it when XFL was like a big thing. Like when he had it.
Yes.
Like Ocho Cincos.
Oh, here we go. Oh, CBM repeated that guy. I was seeing a man about a horse. So, oh my God. So he wants to know. Wants to know what you're asking about Scott Steiner.
Okay.
He's asking this to repeat what you want him to
when Scott Steiner first turned heel, as in like he devastated everybody, myself included, when he turned on his brother Rick, he was first introduced as White Thunder. Scott Steiner.
We need confirmation.
We need confirmation on this. I could vaguely remember this, but this was a while ago.
Yeah. So we do have Michael Rubin. Steiner was legit nuts. JJ Dillon said. Yeah, I mean, literally, so many people have said that, and that's why
he like choked somebody out when he used to drive a semi truck. He also choked somebody out in the Denny's, but then again, who hasn't choked somebody out? Didn't he own a franchise
before that? I thought I saw something in the news about that. He was on the news.
He owns a Shoney's.
Shoney's.
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. That's all I could think about. Rick and Morty was goddamn Shoney's.
I think the last time I heard the word Shoney's was like in a movie like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, Shoney's has got a good what's it? Damn sandwich, Monte Cristo.
There we go.
Do they have one of those here in Michigan?
No, I mean they do up north. If you want to go sometime, sauce. I'll go get a Monte Cristo.
I mean, the furthest I go north is Birch Run. That's freaking boot. That's about.
Oh, you're going to counties. Yeah, I get you.
So,
hey.
With Scott Steiner, how I look at it is that, look, you have Scott Steiner trying to. They can't bring him back, right, for years. Because after he leaves WWE, then he goes to TNA. And he wrestles, quote unquote. That's where your infamous promo at. You have some feuds. But then he's just so erratic, they can't bring him back. They probably would have been able to bring back the Steiners earlier, but it wasn't really until.
Well, Steiners were former WWE tag champs.
No, I know, but like even they couldn't really do much like bring Legends contracts or anything until Braun Breaker, until Rick's son became a wrestler. And I think at that point they were like, okay, now we're going to bring you guys back. And Scott, you got.
You behave, Scott.
Take some I don't know what horse tranquilizer. That'll probably be the best thing to get him to calm down.
Piles of ketamine.
Yeah, something. But oh my gosh. But we do have Mad Chatter. Doctor, you did some wrestling? I did what I call semi-professional wrestling. So to me, that's just some backyard wrestling with my brother and several of our friends. We had fun with it, but nothing official. Now, that guy, he did some wrestling. He's done some wrestling officially. He knows people in the biz.
I still work in the biz occasionally.
Yeah, so it's pretty fun. I'd love to get back into it briefly. I would. It'd actually get me get back in shape a little bit. I am a shape. I'm like a potato. Is that a shape? An oval that's elongated? I don't know. And of course, we got Michael Rubin. Thank you for all the chats, guys. Judas is an awesome song. I play it every time I'm at the bar.
I can't wait till November when I get to hear that like 3 feet of when he's like 3 feet from my face.
Yeah,
like hit me with it right here. Like I'm deaf, and we're like, this is awesome. Like what? This is awesome.
No, it's a cardigan, but thanks for noticing.
Hey Doc, we might have to dress up as the Dudleys that night.
I'm not gonna lie. I think people will know that immediately. They'll be like, what?
I guarantee you're gonna see other people dressed like pro wrestlers.
So, because I mean, 80% of people. Well, let's be honest. 95% of people that's going there, that's gonna be in that building, is gonna be wrestling fans.
Oh, for sure. Not the one person like, let's go see this band. This Fozzie. Is it like Fozzie Bear from the Muppets, guys?
The thing
is
about
it like
Fozzie,
that band?
I remember when he introduced Fozzie, and he was trying to say that he was Moon Goose McQueen.
Oh my god!
He was stuck in Japan. Like they had a contract dispute. He's been stuck in Japan for 15 years.
Oh my gosh,
that's brilliant stuff, man.
So we got the Mad Chatter here. I want to see Fozzie to see Jericho, but I don't know if I want to listen to that. They're not bad. They're not a bad band. I mean, they're a band. They're a band, and if you don't just look up some of their songs that aren't Judas.
Would you go see Keanu Reeves' band?
I absolutely would see Keanu Reeves' band. Can't even.
Kevin Bacon has a band too.
Yep. See that?
They're just passion projects, man.
Yeah.
You know who else has a band? Lil Jon.
Yeah.
With the East Side Boys.
Yeah. I like the.
Yeah.
Can we get LA Knights to collaborate?
Actually,
collaborate with them.
Yeah. What? Yeah. What?
The Rock collaborated with Jamiroquai, if you remember that.
Hey, this is unwrestling related.
Of the night, apparently, Jamiroquai. He actually got that into a show.
I did it.
Oh my god!
Actually, unrelated. You know who else has a band? Is the Pink Ranger from Power Rangers?
Oh,
no way.
Oh yeah, I'd watch her band.
Crush.
Yeah. The only reason I watched that Felicity show back in the day because she was on Amy Jo Johnson, girl. Let's go. But so we have let's see, we have CBM. Yep, Steiner has a PhD in mathematics. Steiner math, as we already know.
Math. Oh man, that'd be an awesome shirt. CBM, you should really coin shirts.
Yep, for sure. Right. And then we do have the Mad Chatter. He had said Jericho. So I made the most of WCW, but they missed the opportunity to push them. And
absolutely.
That's absolutely true. They pushed the younger guys. They pushed the smaller guys because they're working in relationship with Japan.
Look, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Dean Malenko is an amazing technical wrestler. He's a wrestler's wrestler. Did that make him super entertaining? No. We had somebody like Jericho that made that feud awesome because he was larger than life in it.
Yeah.
Like the way I look at it, like Dean Malenko is like one. If I can equate this to video games, you got your AAA titles, you got your indie titles, you got your fighting, you got your whatever. Dean Malenko to me is like the Sim City of wrestlers.
Yeah,
very technical, very intricate. It's very like he's kind of for like a niche crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Not everybody loves Sim City. We're not talking about The Sims because The Sims, I understand, is a lot more interesting than Sim City.
Yeah, it's just Sim City with people.
Some people that want to they want
to build a house.
They want to get involved in municipalities and make sure people have electricity and water. Good for you! Yay!
Listen, the only reason to play The Sims is to see how fast you can get child protective services called on you. That's
absolutely.
Pull them in the pool, take the ladder out, and then there we go.
Or if you get the thing, you can make zombies and werewolves and shit.
That's fun. So we do have a good chat here. Actually, this is a great one from the Mad Chatter. Am I the only one that thought Big Boss Man was awesome in the late 90s, early 2000s?
When he was feuding with the Big Show, yes.
Oh my gosh.
When he was feuding with the Big Show, yes, and he used McMahon's personal security. I like that.
Oh, yeah, and all black and everything was good. Yeah. But the Big Show thing was still.
You're a big bastard. Yeah.
Oh my god. How about the dog kennel match, Hell in the Cell with Al Snow, where the dogs were like licking them, like, oh, they're all because they're only vicious dogs. And
well, they couldn't find it. I watched the interview when Al Snow was talking about the dog kennel match, He goes, yeah, that was awful.
That was awful.
We couldn't get dogs. We had to have trainers, and they weren't even trainers. Just people that brought their dogs to the arena.
They brought these like German shepherds, and they're like, "Oh, let's play with you."
Yeah,
so cute. So, if you had to say on your next trip, Mad Chatter, you guys have favorite Boss Man moments.
I would say Big Show riding the casket.
Oh my gosh!
That was the best moment because he showed up. He showed up like a station wagon with a big giant horn on it.
He was the Blues Brothers car.
Yeah.
The Blues Brothers car.
My God. That reminded me only of a scene from Parks and Recreation where Ron Swanson gets sick of everyone and drives off with his like grill. That's what that reminded me of. Like he drives
with his permit.
Yep.
I do what I want.
So
just to let you fellas know, Dragunov and Wesley is putting on a banger of a match right now.
Now that's
just want to let the world know that.
Those are two guys I love. It's Ilya Dragunov and Wesley. Now you would think these guys are way outside their like weight classes, which they are, but they can put on a banger match. So I'm glad.
Actually, with them two standing next to each other, I mean, Wesley's probably got about 15 pounds on him, but I mean, they almost about. The only thing is because I guess with Dragunov, he basically wrestles, in just tights, while Wesley is in pants now, so it can like alter, kind of change your perception of how a body looks. But them two in the ring, they both look like they're about 5'6", beat the crap out of each other right now.
Yeah. So it looks like here, going to what I said earlier, Chatter, if you taped it, Doctor, you wrestled. Oh, no, we wrestled. And guess what? We definitely tape it. We have taped. So future podcasts, when me and my brother are here, we're going to see some of that wrestling. So we'll do commentary on our old shows. So how about that? Oh, that's funny. So we do have a Mad Chatter. I think this is for you. Have you ever met any WWE wrestlers?
A bunch of them, yeah. I actually worked with Punk at XICW in Dearborn before he got big. I had a match with Rikishi.
Okay.
A tag match, and we wrestled another indie guy called Gravedigger, and yeah, he was an Undertaker knockoff. And also Sir Mo of Men on a Mission.
Oh,
he kicked me in the head. I got busted open by the heel of his boot.
What about the one that you told me that? What's one of the strongest, toughest SOBs that you took that chop from?
Oh, to my Haku?
Haku.
Yeah, I got chopped by Haku and I wanted to die.
I heard that. And I'm like, that's a death sentence.
Like, you're a pow, and I was like, huh? Yeah. And I felt all the winds out of my freaking chest. I was like, oh my God. I just dropped.
On a later podcast, we'll have a chat with him, and we'll probably talk about some of the other stuff.
Yeah, we'll go through
and whatnot.
Stuff. Yeah.
We got CBM. I think we have it. CBM. Yes, it is true. He cut a promo as White Thunder on February 26, 1998.
I knew it.
Had to be Thunder, of course.
As
he faced the Bastion of Truth, known as Marty Jannetty. So at this point, I'm not going to lie, we're going to have to watch it right after we're done with the show.
We're going to watch this.
Wow, how funny. See, look at that. You knew it, and our fact checker, we get this. So
I appreciate you, CBM.
we do have Papa Mafia. Steiner had a good set of wrestling moves, but he got more juiced up. It was very limited.
Absolutely.
To the moveset. Steiner Screwdriver, Frankensteiner. That's true for sure.
That Steiner Screwdriver, I worked a show one time, and some guy's like, hey, I could do this Steiner Screwdriver to you. And he was like a little bit bigger than me. I'm like, absolutely not. Absolutely. You need to
I'll blame you.
Early man to do that. And mind you, I was a little smaller than I am now, so I'm like, have you ever done it before? And he's like,
I get it. You need a guy with some meat on him.
Yeah. Well, no, he never did the move before. He goes, I want you to look strong.
Oh,
Steiner Screwdriver. I'm like, no.
not no live match. Like that's what practice. We talking about practice is for. Don't do nothing like that though. Like,
no.
Oh my God. Actually, it's good that he at least he had the common decency to bring it up.
Well, no, if we'd have called it, I would have been like, "Oh fuck, no, you're not." My French, sorry.
Would he have received a potato mid match?
Absolutely.
There you go. So we do have some more chats. Thank you guys. Of course, we love hearing from you guys, talking with us. We love talking about wrestling.
Absolutely.
We got you, Chatter, again. A couple of them here. So we knew WCW was over when David Arquette was on and subsequently won the belt. Going to the next chat just because it kind of goes with it. Master P was not a good sign.
Lawrence Taylor beating Bam Bam Bigelow.
So here's
there's dipping points.
If you go back and look at some of when we had a specific episode called the Celebrity Squared Circle, when we kind of go, we talk about celebrities in wrestling history. So to me, I know it is terrible. Should he have won the world title? No, but having celebrities in wrestling is not a big deal. Like WWE for the past few years have, like, how many Mondays did we have the special? We have with the Muppets. We had Bob Barker, Pee Wee Herman,
Arnold Schwarzenegger beat up Triple H one time
on the SmackDown, on the first SmackDown. Like, so you're telling me that Arquette again winning the title, not good.
No, because it's just the cheap.
Master P made sense because it was working with the gimmick. Right?
Oh, the filthy animals.
The filthy animals
against the West Texas rednecks.
Well, no, it wasn't the filthy animals. It was
it's No Limit Soldiers.
No Limit Soldiers.
Yeah.
So that made sense because I'm going to do this for you. You're going to give me publicity because wrestling is hot.
Dennis Rodman, Karl Malone,
Carl, Jay Leno, Carl Malone.
Jay Leno.
So again, it's
Will Sasso.
Look at we just watched All In, right? All In on the pre-show had Rodman. Dennis Rodman was on the pre-show of All In. Now tell me how that looks. Like, it's in Chicago, so they're loving him. But why is he on the pre-show when you have, like, you're telling me he had to leave immediately? He couldn't stay for like another hour to be on the regular show?
Doc, I'm to the point now where I'm starting to just not even question Papa Khan anymore, because after he put his world champion on the pre-show, at this point, why don't he just put himself on the pre-show? I mean, just keep it going.
It's like they just don't want him to. Are they trying to go for a length title reign for this? Because that's my only think of, like, shuffling him into a tag team.
Yeah, that's what I.
The reason why everybody considers Flair one of the all-time greatest workers of all time is during the territory days, and he defended his belt like 4 days a week.
Yeah.
4 days a week, and he beat everybody. and you got to do that. That's why Reigns is considered really great.
Yeah, except he's not defending the belt.
He's not defending the belt. That's why he's considered.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
But like Rollins, I love what they're doing with Rollins. He's got that new world title, and he is taking on all comers, and he's beating them.
Right. So we do have some.
Build a title up.
That's absolutely. They had to do that for the new world title for sure.
Yeah.
We got Michael Rubin again. Thank you very much.
I think it'd be a great program.
Who thinks Punk versus Cody would be a good program?
It'd be a great program. They both know how to work, and I'm pretty sure they respect each other.
Yeah. It's like, hey, nice seeing you again. What's going on, guy?
Yeah.
What's going on? Right now, it would make sense. Like, I'll tell you right now, if everything aligns to this, Survivor Series is literally in Chicago because they don't know where else to go. It's crazy.
God, if he came out, that pop would be definitely.
Well, that would have to be before. He'd have to come out and announce, and then that would be the big match. Because Survivor Series, like, if they're going to do the War Games again, that's just whatever. But imagine if he came back and then, like, fought him. I like stuff that makes sense for business. Like, I know that's like the adage, like, what Triple H does best for business. Like, it is true. It's true. But you got to keep in line. You got to keep them in line. You got to be like, look, you're going to listen to what we're saying. You're not going to go off the rant unless we tell you to.
Which I definitely do agree, Doc, because that's exactly what I've been thinking about when they asked about Phil coming back to WWE. And unfortunately, with a character like him, we've now learned that if he goes to any promotion, he's got to be micromanaged.
Yep,
he's got to be.
Absolutely.
Yep. I mean, there's just no other way. Philly Brooks is definitely going to have him a little, like a babysitter, right? You got to have someone working with them all times. Like, hey, Phil, do you need a bottle? Here's a bottle. Here's a Pepsi. Here's a Pepsi. So let's go on. We do have, we got
wrestlers do the Steiner screwdriver today. Maybe Braun Breaker.
I mean,
if they're strong enough to do it, it's just, they don't even let them do pile drivers anymore. So that is a vertical suplex into a pile driver. I sincerely doubt it.
Yeah, I'd say it's too dangerous, especially for everything they're worried about hitting the head, compressing the head or neck, anything like that.
AEW, they'd let him do it, but not the WWE.
I'd agree with that for sure. Let's see, we got Mad Shatter here. We got Jericho could really interact with the crowd either by winning or comedically running away. Well, yeah, chicken shit heel. That's one of the best. It's literally one of the best things that he could do. And also, he was just great with the crowd. I mean, like you were mentioning before about the list of Jericho, the list of 1,004 moves.
Yeah,
his promo where he just kind of kept ranting off the stuff with the commercial.
Arm drag.
Well, the best part about that promo is in his book, which he came out with a couple years ago, the list of Jericho, where he actually lists out every match he's ever wrestled. As of about a year and a half ago, because he still obviously wrestled a few matches, but it's very cool. But in there, he talks about where he ran it off all those moves, went to commercial, then he just badgered that home crowd with cheap heat over and over again. And then when it came back, that's why they were booing so bad. And then he just kept raining off the moves.
Oh, cheap heat's the best heat.
Well, yeah. Where are you from, Chicago? Well, I guess like Detroit or something.
Yeah, your hot dogs.
Your hot dogs are terrible. You know what pizza I like? New York style. Oh, what? You didn't just say that.
The best thing is when you have the jersey for another team and you just wear it.
Oh my!
And by law, they beat them.
No. Hold on. The worst is when you wear a jersey and the jersey you wear is like nobody is playing in that game.
Yeah,
you know who's notorious for that? Packers fans at Lions games. Packers nowhere in sight. But it's like I went to what was it? Lions. It was Lions and Miami with the Dolphins when they came into town. It was just that one. It was just that one Richard who just had to show up in the Packers jersey. He's like, "What are you doing?"
Was that Favre? Was it Favre?
I don't even remember. It was probably Roger. It don't even matter. But and then I remember we went to a Bears. I went to a Bears game. Sure enough, you just got that one idiot wearing the Packers jersey. And that was the moment where all the Lions and the Bears fans, we all looked at them and said, "Shame, shame, shame, shame."
You gotta bring your bell next time.
Oh my God! Please, I love it. Let's see. We do
best
have
intro music.
Yep, we got our best intro.
That could be an entire episode on itself, man. That's not fair.
Well, we do plan on doing that too because there's just so many over all the years of wrestling. So I
know Ass Man's your favorite.
Oh yeah. The thing is, some people have good music, but then they're not a good wrestler, or vice versa, or you have bad music. Well, one of my favorite newer ones.
Ryback.
I forgot. Oh, Ryan Reeves. He said Ryback saw, so I wasn't really sure.
Listen. He's a guest in our home. He's a guest in our home. You know, I say he doesn't know. That's fine.
I did not know this.
Yeah, so we only refer to him as Ryan Reeves, Mr. Ryan Reeves. So
I call him Raggedy Reeves.
Raggedy. So yeah, one of my favorites is MVP. Sheik the Shocker with the I'm coming for 1, 2. It's great. I love it. It's just keep the clock running. Sit, tick, tock. It's so great. It's such a great theme music for a newer generation. Obviously, if you're talking about older stuff, you can't go wrong with Hulk Hogan's.
When Tiny Travis heard Hulk Hogan's music firing up, he freaked out.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many good ones there, and Jim Johnston for WWF, though, man, that guy knocked out so many legendary.
Undertaker.
Scott Hall. Actually, that's it. Razor Ramon.
I always
that would be probably my favorite if I had to say one.
I always I watch random matches on YouTube and I hear the car screech and I'm like, I don't know what's coming out right now, Mankind or Razor Ramon.
Right, and that, what?
I'm like, oh hey, this is from the.
I get 90s. Mankind getting the new music and it worked really good for his.
It's way better. I didn't like that eerie.
Because that's what he was.
I get it. I get it. Yeah, I get it. You're not supposed to be like, yeah.
What about you, Sauce? What some best intros in music?
Oh, right now or just of all time?
In general, yeah, all time general. We're just saying.
Listen, all time right now. On top of my head, Chemical Burn, Kane. With the Masters, Kane, Chemical Burn. But right now, my top three is Finn Balor's new theme.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. And let's go number two. The number two is going to be they're not really playing it right now because Pac isn't with them, but Triangular with with Penta, Phoenix and Pac.
Okay. Yep.
Death Triangle.
Death Triangle. Yeah, I can't get on top of my head.
There we go.
So and then the third right off the rip, I gotta go with Apollo Crews.
That's a good thing. No, that's a good one. I'm really shocked that you didn't say Kurt
NXT Apollo Crews.
Yeah, the Patriot who originally had Kurt Angle's theme music.
Another guy was.
Oh, there you go. That's a great music too, of course. But all right, we do have some more chats here. We do have Papa Mafia with Big Bubba was in WCW was his decline.
I'm pretty much a lot of guys who went to WCW, that was their decline.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know how to use guys. I mean, look at Bret Hart. Bret Hart left. They did not utilize him good whatsoever in WCW.
No.
Oh, no. Because even me as a teenager, I saw, Bret Hart being like a heel. I was like, this ain't it. This ain't it. And, he did have a good match with DDP at World War III.
Oh, that was in Detroit. Yeah. And I did like when Goldberg speared him and he pulled the plate out and he knocked himself out.
Yeah.
That was awesome. And I'm like, yeah.
No, that worked. That worked right there. And we do have a chat here. We got Michael Rubin again. We got if Nancy never left Kevin, she would probably still be alive.
I would say so.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah.
But I mean,
but we don't really speak about Canada, man. Unless it's necessary on this network.
Say what you will about Canada, man. He was a good wrestler, but
yeah, he's a great wrestler, but a piece of shit human being.
There you go. And we'll leave it at that. We will leave it.
Yeah.
But so it looks like we're talking about Mad Cheddar. I think if you're referring to like the whole Boss Man and Big Show storyline, can't believe Big Show agreed to it. I'm assuming that's what you're
his dad had already passed away. That was not a real funeral.
Yeah, so he passed away. So it's like, but I guess he's still saying.
Well, I don't know. My family's going to be really upset, but hey, it's work.
It's work. That's funny. But hey, this is actually funny. Michael Rubin, it was probably written by Bruce.
Oh no, that was written by, I guarantee you, Vince Russo.
Oh my gosh, Russo. That does ooze Russo.
It oozes Russo. So I
like the word ooze. Ooze. Here, Sauce, give us an ooze.
That
made my feet vibrate.
If you're sitting somewhere in New York, if you put your ear out to the sky, you can probably hear bro. Hey, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Sweet nothing.
So we'll do a couple chats here for this guy right here when he's talking about his wrestling career. We got Mike Rubin. Was Punk easy to get along with?
I talked to him a little bit. I didn't work him on the show. He just seemed like a really nice guy. That was before he made it big. So yeah, he was pretty cool. We bullshit about comics and stuff.
Okay. All right. We'll do a couple of these lightning round things. And we got Rikishi. Mind blown. Can you describe that match in just, a few words?
I got beat up most of the time, and he got the heat. He got the hot tag, and
height-wise, because
I'm taller than he is.
He's a tall guy right here. He's how tall are you? About
6'3", 6'4".
Right. So you're taller than Rikishi, but
yes,
Rikishi
is a big man. And like this, my buddy, one of the workers, his sister was a valet, a bad girl valet, and she got the stink face, and I didn't want to make out with her after that.
You didn't want to make out with her? Oh. So we do, and then I'm not gonna lie, these almost could be interchangeable right here.
Believe it or not, Haku was not the stiffest wrestler that I ever worked. I was in the ring with Rick Steiner.
Rick Steiner.
Haku chops really hard, but like once he sees that like you're not going to be a puss about it, he's pretty cool. I mean, he was cool. Period. I mean, guys work stiff. That's just how they work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that was kind of like that's the mentality back in the day. They wanted to know like when you stepped in that if you stepped in the locker room. Well, could you take it? And most importantly, I guess if they felt like you could take it, that means you didn't have probably in their mindset you didn't have a problem. You didn't have problems doing the job when necessary.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like Steiner. I mean, his hands were like chunks of lead, man. He hit me in the head. And he's like, sorry about that. Then he turned around and did it again. And I'm like, he's like, oh, sorry about that, dude. And I'm like, are you doing this on purpose? And I didn't say yes, sir.
Yep.
Because I was green. I was very green when this happened because I attacked him.
Yeah.
I attacked him from behind, was a bad idea.
There we go. Matt Chatter had a question here in regard to like Royal Rumble or Rumble type situation.
You don't. Maybe spots in there. Any type of Royal Rumble or
Battle Royal.
But if you just do yourself a favor, just watch them all. Don't look at the big name guys. Look at the guys that are like, I don't know, like the Evan Bourne, the
mid Carters.
The mid Carters. Look at them doing stuff in there. Does it look like they're like, okay, here's the spot. I'm gonna punch you. You punch me. I'll punch you. You punch me. Put me on the ropes. Choke me.
How I look at it is whenever you watch it, there's always the spots where everyone does their finisher. Like if there's only a few people, you'll get one person, then finisher, then another guy hits him with a finisher.
But that's towards the very end.
Finisher.
So you notice the ring clears out and everybody knows that's coming.
Big guy comes in, wipes everyone out. You have big guy team up.
And then everybody throws big guy.
Yeah, big guy gets out. So there is a trope around those type of stuff. And that's why we have our drinking game at our Royal Stumble we do every year for how many of these that happen.
I heard that. Yeah, the mess.
It's always fun. I can't wait. Hey, you know what? It's going to be fun again. It'll be fun again this year, upcoming year. So we do have Michael Rubin here. I'm a huge Flair fan, so Scott is not my favorite.
I can see that.
I can see the infamous promo he had with. I mean, the best part about that promo is seeing Madeja, who Madeja in my heart. I wish they would have signed her anywhere. She what
happened to her?
I know she was, but she just looks like doing her thing and like he's off the rails. Like he doesn't even care about anybody else there
except for Madeja.
Well, no, even then he's eyes on, ripping on Flair on the camera.
Yeah,
crowd doesn't really know what's going on since it's you don't have a promo with Flair. Like you're not even working with Flair at this point. You're just ripping on him. Like, oh Lord. So I just still laugh about that to this day. And then Mad Chatter, I love it. Steiner was more to me about his amazing speeches and his hoochies.
Well, he was selling the character, man. I mean,
the big Papa Pump. And you know what? So Sauce, this is for you. I got the chainmail. We go to the Renaissance Festival. I think I'm going to come as the big Papa.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. So I told everybody. Well, my goal is I'm wearing a Burger King hat when I get there. Hopefully.
I've got my
hopefully the Dumpster Dudley will wear his too. I understand Doc, he does more intricate costume design, so he's like 15 levels ahead of us, but I'm definitely walking in as the Burger King at the Renaissance Festival. I'm just like,
I see Ruben's talk about Lawrence Taylor. You're right about that. Lawrence Taylor was an athlete.
True.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If they're an athlete, I mean, Muhammad Ali got into the ring, with what's his face in Japan.
Yep.
They said, "What's his face?" I'm such a dick. He's like the all-time greatest Japanese wrestler of all time.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
Who are you talking about?
I
great farces.
You're being a jerk.
I don't know. No, I didn't know.
He just recently died.
Oh, Inoki. Inoki.
Went into there with Inoki. And he held his own, but he's a world champion boxer.
Yeah.
I actually heard behind the scenes with that match. It was weird because they both was like, I guess Muhammad Ali, there's a lot of spots he didn't want to do, so Inoki just did the best he could with what he had to work with.
Well, you gotta remember, Inoki was he's the face of New Japan. So the face, what? Well, you always know, rest in peace. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, that he really pushed his own company all the time. So putting himself in matches, doing that.
Well, he was such a he. The man was a rock star over in Japan. I mean, he was just it. When you thought about wrestling in Japan, Inoki was it. That's why he put himself in these situations, because he knew he was going to draw people in there. Because first and foremost, it's a business.
Yeah, people
want to make money. If they make money putting them in there, which segues into what he's this other comment right there. Punk worth the trouble.
Oh,
through the backstage. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump over.
No, it's okay. Hold on.
Dude, if they're bringing in millions of dollars, they're going to deal with a little bit of a hissy fit from somebody.
Yeah. So again, in general, is Punk worth the trouble for backstage? It's not worth the trouble.
If he was running a promotion, he would say no.
I'd say no. I'd say it's not worth it, because if he's gonna do the short term would be good, but not the long term.
What do you think, Ross?
So,
the only way, I'll tell you, the only company he's worth the trouble in is WWE, because that's the only place where he could be micromanaged. Because at this point, Phil, a grown man, needs to be micromanaged,
right,
in his job.
Oh,
that most people would kill to have. But yeah, Mr. Phil, Mr. Entitled, Mr. I should be able to do what I want or whatnot. Yes, he needs to be micromanaged like a 5-year-old. Imagine, seriously, guys, imagine Phil walking in Impact and trying to, basically, who's running over there? Is this guy still running things over there?
Scott D'Amore is running that.
Okay, my bad, Scott D'Amore.
Great book.
Right.
Hey, who's that world champion? Is he a great world champion?
Hey, whoa. Are we talking about factions?
No, we're talking about world champions. Only world champion for another company. And Sauce, who's world champion of Impact?
We made a deal. We made a deal.
We'll just leave it at that, Sauce. We'll just leave it at that.
We made a deal.
We'll just leave it at that. We'll just make that. But imagine Phil walking in Impact and Scott D'Amore and Scott D'Amore having to deal with that headache. Mr. Triple H.
The thing is, knowing him, if he knows he's going to bring a ton of money in, he'll do one-offs with him. He'll bring him in for a little bit. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.
And you know what? And that's perfectly fine. You bring him in as an attraction.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. And
don't bring him in full time.
That's the best way to do it. I would do like New Japan. New Japan usually does match by match basis. That's how it would work.
So
did you hear the rumor that apparently while Phil was suspended, he tried to work for his other employer for the Royal Rumble? He actually reached out.
Wow. I didn't. I mean, I heard something about it, and that wouldn't surprise me.
I don't buy that.
I believe that he probably reached out, because especially since Triple H was in charge of creative, But I'll tell you right now, Seth Rollins, he would not like that whatsoever.
No, because the title. Yeah, he does. He get along with him. I know he doesn't get along with him.
No, he called him a cancer at the WrestleMania pre-show, when we were just talking to people outside at an official event. They're like, "Hey, about CM Punk." He's like, "He's a cancer." And they're like, "What?"
They was doing press for the 2K game, because I remember watching that clip.
Yep. So that still makes me laugh. But we got a couple more chats here. We'll do a little shout out here for the clown. What about the clowns? Shout out to Troy. Okay. All right. Chatter. Okay. No problem.
I think Matt Chatter's an ICP fan.
Hey, you know what? There you go. Not down with the clowns.
I worked for JCW before.
Juggalo Championship Wrestling. Yep. There we go. Hey, you know what?
Big Chuck Wagon and I had a match.
So let's see. I'm just always entertaining. We love our Jericho. So
we went over the fact that the Steiner screwdriver was dangerous.
we got the match together here. Does the pro need to go to wrestling school or have a trainer sponsor you? That's a good question about the sponsorship too, though.
If you go to an indie show and say you're trained, they will catch on that you are not, and they will probably beat the piss out of you. I've seen it happen. And if you go to a school, they're just going to teach you how to be safe. That's what they did, man. I mean, Some people weren't trained, obviously, and they made names for themselves. Lightning will hit something, all right? Lightning will strike. 9 out of 10 times, you're going to end up hurting yourself or hurting somebody else. And then guess what? You go in there and you're not trained and you hurt a guy that's a worker that's been doing it for a while. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes. Yeah. I would not want to be in your shoes. Yeah. It would be bad.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that makes complete sense. Like, one thing about lying on a resume to get a job, and then you can kind of wing it, but not wrestling.
This is gonna sound kind of, I don't know, snarky on my part, but I really feel that wrestling needs to be regulated across the country, as in people that promote need to get licenses to do it, because a lot of promotions pop up and they're bringing and throwing these students in there and they're not ready.
Oh yeah, you can, if you just Google like wrestling, pro wrestling schools, you're going to see so many of them. And I'll tell you right now,
there's one I'm not even talking about. They're like, all right, week 1's back bumps. Week 2, hitting people with fluorescent bulbs. That's not wrestling, man.
No, not at all. And how wrestling got more prevalent, like with more people wanting to wrestle. People are like, let's go do this.
You got to put the work into it. You can't just, it's not instant, you know? I mean, sure, they got those deathmatch guys, and I know some deathmatch guys, and they're great dudes. Great dudes, but they know how to work first.
So we have CBM here going off of what Sauce said. I'd buy a Packers fan a beer if he wore a Don the Magic Man Magikowski jersey to Ford Field. Oh, we're pulling them out all night long here. That's what she said. Ayo.
Title your sex tape.
Holy crap! I forgot Dana Brooke still works here.
Oh my God, Dana Brooke! Breaking news: Dana Brooke is on NXT tonight.
Wrestler of 1,000 gimmicks.
So we got, CBM, of course, bringing up, but the Carson City Silver Dollar match is not part of Big Bubba's decline, right? Right?
Was it? No, it was sold out when he hit somebody with a motorcycle.
It's sold out. Let's get out of here. What about the tractor trailer? You know, from the not the King of the Mountain, but the King of the Road match.
Oh God, he was in that match?
No,
I didn't think so. That was.
We're talking about other damnation things.
Barry Windham. Yeah, Barry Windham and the Natural.
Yeah, oh my God!
And like it cost them like $20,000.
They got fired. We got fired too. Yeah. We got fired because they bled on TV. Oh, it's a whole thing.
Who didn't Hogan sabotage?
So Michael Rubin with Hogan sabotage for her backstage. I mean, come on. Hogan obviously wanted the spotlight for his creative control. Anytime and at that point, it was like, well, I'm going to leave now, get this Ted Turner money, and I'm gone. Bret Hart then leaves right away, like after. Oh, okay, fine, walk away. Brutus here wants to play, and then he doesn't. So okay, buddy. So randomly, I'm talking to the ground. I'm talking to my puppy, our dog.
He's not talking to my feet.
Right. Oh, that's funny. But let's take a look here. We do have. Let's see. We have Michael Rubens.
Yes, his clothesline is very stiff.
Very stiff. What else was stiff?
Punches.
I bet.
Ding, 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 ding.
You know that quick release suplex he did?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He launches you. Yeah.
Hey, but
strong man. Like one of the strongest men I ever met.
And it's crazy seeing his son and basically like a spitting image wrestling wise.
But I like how he merged both of their moves sets.
They did.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
I just wish they wouldn't call him Braun Breaker. It's stupid.
Well, that was the problem. Like he was going to be called Rex Steiner because their real last name is Rex Steiner. And it's like, how cool would that have been? But McMahon didn't want the Steiner name. They didn't want the Steiner name.
Why?
Yeah, that's my... Look, my hands are doing this. I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know. But Rex Steiner is like already perfect name.
Rex Steiner something.
Now,
badass.
Don't get me wrong, but I think Braun Breaker has grown on me. But the name, the NXT name generator, is my brother is going to be coming up with an app for that. So yeah. So basically,
I can't wait.
And only a few names actually end up coming out pretty halfway decent. So.
But maybe he moves up to the main roster and he just tells everybody, like, I'm tired,
I did this on my own.
Right. I'm tired of being, I'm not a breaker. You know what? I'm a starter. Damn it! He just changed himself to Braun Steiner.
That'd be great.
Well, it's funny we also talk about that when Charlotte first debuted. They would not. They told her do not do the only like in the moves. You're only Charlotte. Ric Flair is going to come out with you like when you first started, but a year before they even called her Charlotte Flair and let her do more of the woos and all that stuff. If you go back and look, the only thing she had, I think, was the figure 8 that she did, but she didn't. She was Charlotte, and then it became Charlotte Flair because
another prime example of Raquel Rodriguez. Mm-hmm. Remember NXT? She was Raquel Gonzalez.
Yep.
Actually, I like that better because they could have used the gimmick like her being related to Giant Gonzalez. That would have been. I would have liked that.
That's interesting. It's crazy at the Payback show.
She's the runt of the family.
At the Payback show, that terrible commentator Kevin Patrick, he kept saying Raquel Gonzalez, and then like Corey Graves have to be like, yeah, Rodriguez. We do have Raquel Rodriguez. Like he had to. It was terrible. It was terrible, but. We do have, let's see. Thank you guys for all the chats. This is great. This is the most chats we've ever had for our podcast. Thank you guys.
Shout out to you guys.
So we do have mad chat. This is for Sauce. Sauce seems like a guy not to mess with. Did you do any wrestling?
No, not any official wrestling. The only wrestling I did involved me, my cousins, and a jungle gym playset in our auntie's backyard.
Very nice.
Don't mess with the sauce,
American
baby. So, Mad Shatter, I'm really interested, but if we're in the Rumble and I say I'm going to throw you out, do you agree or not, or how does that work?
Varies. I can't go more to that.
No.
It just varies from place to place.
I would have to say that it depends on your character, what's been worked out, how long you're going to be in it. Are you supposed to get more of a rub from it?
Well, if they say you want to go Broadway, if they say, hey, we want you to go Broadway in this, that means you're going to stay there the whole time.
So there you go.
But you're not going to win. Go Broadway, which usually means you're in the very end.
So a lot of times, correct me if I'm wrong, at that point, you're going to beat up a couple people, but then you're going to rest in the corner because you just got beat up. But you're not. Yeah, you can't wrestle the whole show. No. You wrestle the whole show. There's always rest parts.
Usually people that last as long as they did, or they're gearing them up for like a push.
Yeah,
a push, or you're going to eliminate a ton of people. And like, yeah, it's a push,
right? Oh, look, and we got Matt Chair. We got really good guests, by the way. But yeah, he's this guy. We love this guy, Hey. Yeah, so he'll be joining us from time to time to talk about wrestling with you guys.
As long as they'll have me.
Yeah.
Keep showing up.
He might not be champion next time, but we'll see because that's going to come home to me.
Next week? Yeah.
Next show is not until October.
I know. I'll hold on to this for a while.
He's going to hold on to it for a little bit. We'll see. We shall see. So, and then Michael Rubin says, Steiner X Kim is my cousin. I'm not kidding. Well, that's crazy. That's a crazy coincidence.
So Mike, I got a question. So, if Scott Steiner, I'm wondering, like, when Scott Steiner, if you ever brought him over, and y'all sat at the dinner table, did he bring out like a dry erase board and try to teach everybody Steiner math at the table? I'm just curious. He had like the pointer and everything.
Tony brought a bunch of carry out.
Yeah. He's gonna say there is only one chicken here, and there are 6 people. That means that you're going to get 6 1/2 13th part of this chicken, and then there's fries that you're going to get 1/18th, 13th, 16th of each fry.
Then we asked him why you're yelling. He's like, I'm not yelling. That's how I talk.
Because I'm the big bad booty daddy. So yeah, there we go. Sorry, sometimes when it gets into that rant, you can't just.
Oh no, you got it. You can't hold that in.
I like it. So
Inoki.
Inoki. Yep, we appreciate that. Trust me. But we do. That's it. So CBM brings it up, but Barry Darsow, Black Tap Bully. He's the one, the king of the road man.
I love the fact that CBM will always deliver.
Watch us match enough. It's a train wreck beyond belief. That Dustin gets fired for. He got fired for it because he.
What are you fighting the back of a tractor trailer? I mean,
Well, it's not his fault. They told him to do it.
Okay,
Come on.
yeah, moving along.
You got to go work in the back truck and you get fired. I'll be pretty pissed though.
Yeah, I'm getting thrown into hay. I'm not bleeding.
So, Michael Rubin with the chat. We got Terry Reynolds. Terry Reynolds recently said on Monty that the Pharaoh
and the Pharaoh
Monty the Pharaoh, that China really wanted to kill Stephanie when they found out Hunter was cheating. I heard about that. Yeah, Stephanie, could you imagine Stephanie thinking about that? Like, I'm dead.
Exactly.
I'm dead.
Like most women want to do that when they find out somebody's cheating.
Yeah.
And not to mention China. I've never met her, but she's a big chick. She's strong as hell, apparently, and we've all seen her.
Yeah. Especially at that time, when they're talking about, she was like massive, and Stephanie was Stephanie. Like,
even when she got smaller and did all the Playboy stuff, like she was still pretty big. She's pretty built. So yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, another one. Rest in peace with China. Rest in peace. But that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, Michael Rubin unfortunately saw us that he never met Scott. Yeah, man. But I will say something. You just brought up China, and as we wind down the show a little bit, because I'm not gonna lie, we had a little bit different talking points. I'm fine with it. I like when we kind of do
Q&A session.
We can go off the rails.
Just go left field.
But you just talked about China being, big woman. I called it Nia Jax back in WWE.
Oh, I'm not like most girls.
Nia Jax showed up yesterday and beat up Rhea Ripley.
I want to do an over-under on how many people she's going to hurt in the next 4 months.
Oh, come on. We can't take that. That's too easy. Because the over, obviously.
Wait. What's the number? What's the number?
Let's do a range. Over-under. It's not. Okay, I got
4 months. You got to think. You got to. So
I always think she's going to hurt 3 people in 4 months.
Wait. 4 months. That's 16. That's 16 weeks. That's about 10. That's her wrestling 10 times. So let's say the over under. Let's spice it. Let's spice it up. Let's spice the over under up to 6.5.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. All right. I'm gonna stick with 30.5.
I'm gonna say under.
I'm gonna stick with 3.5. And
all right, fine. I'm gonna go over.
Here's the thing.
7 people.
She's gonna hurt 7.5. She's gonna do 7.5. She's gonna half hurt somebody.
So we have Michael Rubin. We're here. If Nia is such an unsafe worker, why would they rehire her? Well, we talked about briefly last week. The storyline right now with Rhea Ripley,
money.
They have her winning every single match against every single person
damn near twice
legitimately to beat her. Now, Nia Jax already came back at the Women's Royal Rumble this year, so that door was open to possibilities to come back. I could see it. I could see her there, and they're already starting it yesterday with her dominating Rhea Ripley. So they're going to hold off to that Fastlane show. That's their next show.
They made Rhea Ripley look sympathetic in that.
Well, that's the whole point. They're going to start doing that. Rhea Ripley's going to come out with her story, like, you caught me off guard. You're not going to get them.
She's a bad guy. She's a heel. I mean,
I know.
Don't make the freaking heel look sympathetic.
I know, but
also to be fair to be fair, with Nia Jax, like, she wasn't fired from the company, get out here. Her contract was out, she just didn't renew it, and so the door was always open for her to come back in.
Yeah, she had some bad breaks because of sometimes when you put with somebody that it doesn't really work wrestling wise well. Like, I like Alexa Bliss. I've always been a fan of her. But then you're talking about a girl that's 5'0" fighting against a beast that's Nia Jax. That match just doesn't. It's
5'11", almost the 3 bells. Yeah,
right. You need to have her face someone like Awesome Kong. Nia Jax versus Awesome Kong or something like someone of. But the problem is they don't have many people like that.
Nope, that's why they brought her back.
They brought her back because legitimately there's no one that could beat Rhea Ripley. Because right now they have Becky Lynch what on NXT fighting against Tiffany Stratton for the NXT Women's Title. So what do you think about that? I mean, this is the woman that was at WrestleMania main event.
She's not feuding with Flair. I mean, with Trish Stratus anymore.
No, that's over. Yeah, that's over.
Okay,
yeah,
I guess I can watch it.
But here we go. We have CBM. But will Nia Jax hurt her advantage again? What is the over under on that bet, Sauce? Oh my home.
So the line is at 1.5, and I'm going over to 2.
Talk about dilation. We don't know what you're talking about.
Well, yeah. Well, how many? Oh, God, shut up. There we go. She's ridiculous. And then Michael Rubin brought up the fact that Nia allegedly hurt Kairi Sane, right? Yeah, I remember hearing something about that.
She also, whose nose did she break?
Oh, that was Becky Lynch. Yeah, well, the irony on that one is that actually made Becky Lynch look way better and kind of pushed her man gimmick to the stratosphere.
Yeah, I get it, but she still broke her nose.
Yeah,
and then remember the Charlotte Flair incident on Raw?
Oh yeah. Oh, when Charlotte went stiff on her after that.
No, because her.
Yeah.
Because I guess Nia, she did some type of move. She dropped her, damn near like on her head or something.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And guess what? You need to do that. You need to have I know remember when Braun Strowman hit Lesnar and then he kneed him right in the damn head, and after Strowman's like, gotcha. I'm sorry.
Because Brock told him slow down.
Yeah. But
that happened with Chris Jericho and Shane McMahon. They had some big tag match, and Shane McMahon was all over the place. And Chris kept telling him slow down. And then he stepped him with a good drop kick. He's slow down.
Yeah, he kicked him hard.
Oh, that's funny. Matt Cheddar has one here. Just the humor. If you guys will humor me, all three. What's wrong with Josh Allen? Oh God, I don't know if we can talk about that on here, guys.
I mean,
it might blow up.
To sum it up real quick, they don't have a running game, so they put everything on him, and it's the first week of the season. Everybody, let's calm down, because Joe Burrow had a terrible week, and the whole Pittsburgh Steelers organization had a terrible week. So
Lamar Jackson had a terrible week. It was terrible. They were all terrible.
Nobody's on my fantasy team. I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot because he won a game. He won his game. Mr.
Hey, that guy won a game. He going all the way.
Hey, I beat the one person I wanted to beat in the league.
Oh,
after that, it doesn't matter.
Oh, no. That's true. That's true.
And I said that before I even started.
Oh, man, that's funny. Kairi Sane's actually wanting to come back to WWE. So you already mentioned WWE, so that's pretty cool. So
who wouldn't? I mean, they make bank there.
Yeah, for sure. And then, of course, like we were already saying right here, and then, and of course, CBM. Well, Jacksonville's Josh Allen did fine in the secondary. Buffalo's Josh Allen. Oops.
Man, salt in the wound, huh?
I know.
Sounds like steam escaping.
Steam. We got steam. Hold on. We're going off the rails if I'm just randomly doing some Family Guy memes and jokes.
It's like off the rails like X Factor.
Yeah,
you did it first. We had a rule.
My rule was I never said the name. I never said the name.
You said not
he didn't say the name either.
You said not even mention it. That was the rules of
now.
The accords were broken.
The accords. I'm going break you. So, oh my gosh, that's funny.
Like Zeus from No Holds Barred.
Okay, so
we're Tiny Lester. May rest in peace.
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap this night up here, but I do have a good bed chatter. It's got a good chat here for all of us. At the very end, who will Lions play and how much will they win by? We're just gonna go off their upcoming game this weekend, which is their home opener.
You heard it here first, Mr. Chatter. Between the Lions and the Hawks, it's going to be a revenge game. There's a lot of salt in the wound for multiple reasons last year. They got the playoff spot. We didn't, and they deserved it because when we played, they literally went the whole game without punting the ball. So my final score is going to be Lions. It's going to be Lions 31, Hawks 24.
There we go, right there. There's the Lions belt. You know, the custom made.
Because I just want to bring up one important thing because people talking about why the Lions was low scoring in Kansas City game.
Yeah.
Was a low score. If you ever notice, Jared Goff plays way more conservative on the road than he does at home. Yeah. Way more conservative. So they're definitely going to open it up come this Sunday. I can't.
Man, Lions weren't conservative though in that game. Man, they went for fourth down conversions and punt fake.
Oh, I'm talking about like the tempo and stuff, whatever. Like like a lot of run heavy instead of airing it out. So, but yeah,
but right there. And right there, the Lions are going to win their game. It's going to be great. Oh, yep, here we go. Definitely our custom Lions belts. We current tomato fountain champions. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yeah, we could pan out. Nobody needs.
So we got
somebody's being saucy.
we got a chat here from CBM. I got everything I ever wanted, and I'll never look. No. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. No. Oh my! I feel like I'm Daniel Bryan with the no chance. Oh my God. Okay, we're on team. Hell no.
The worst stable ever
of all time. If you know. But what we're gonna do now, as we always do, is we have our heat of the week. So basically, you already know the gist. You know, it's basically a person, wrestler, promo that you thought did good. You know, or memorable. So, hey, this guy, what you got?
LA Knight.
He is LA Knight.
Yeah.
He is the best thing on the program when I watch.
Yeah.
I'd have to agree. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, but Sauce, what do you got? What do you got for you?
Right now it's just Orange Cassidy. We're seeing we're seeing new character, transitioning development. Hey, sky's the limit right now.
I gotta fix it. The belts went through a lot. I like that.
Repair the belt.
I gotta repair it. But that's a good pick. Pockets. Don't let Cornette hear. Cornette's like la 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 pockets la la la.
Oh, CBM's a huge fan of pockets.
Yeah. Now you're goading.
I am not goading him. I just know what he likes and he doesn't like. I'm pretty sure.
Oh man, how funny. So for me, man, that's gosh. I just, I'm going to say, I've said this before, I know it can be a cop-out, but I'm going to say wrestling fans in general. Because like I said, we've gotten wrestling from, Impact. We got wrestling from AEW, 2 weeks of shows that were pretty good, It's hard to say anything bad about that, NXT is doing good. So
I agree. 3 out of the 4 promotions you were talking about, I really enjoyed this.
You know what? And then, hey, CBM, like Deion Sanders, I keep receipts. Oh, I see. Yep.
Deion Sanders.
I receipt that. So that's all I know right there. Champ. And, but on that note, thank you very much. This guy right here that's joining us for the show. Thank you for all your chats. Like I said, we love chatting about wrestling because we're discussing wrestling, football, hockey,
name it,
movies, anything else.
And guys,
all about it.
You got any ideas for upcoming shows? Just drop it in the chat. Let us know.
Yep.
We can get amazing topics about what you guys want to hear about.
We can make
We're here for your pleasure.
We'll make it work. I like that. We're here for your pleasure. I think Sauce can say it better. Say it on mic.
Here for your pleasure.
Yeah, that's the best way to work it.
Goosebumps. You see that?
I know. Fingertips. Feeling in my jellies. But on that note, I am Dr. Love. This is that guy.
Current reigning tomato fountain champion.
Current reigning.
This guy.
Right here. And that's Sauce Brunson, baby.
Hey, listen, once again, appreciate y'all for stopping by, watching too,
I'm sorry not to, but we're watching 3 young wrestling lads from Michigan to talk about wrestling. And on that note, y'all be happy, be healthy, be safe, but more importantly, be good.
Woo!